Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to talk about the deflection of Love Meg. She recently responded to one of her subscribers in a very salty manner, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so the reason that Love Meg is being used as an example in this video is because it encapsulates perfectly what so many influencers do. And I've said before, when you're an influencer, you are your brand, and your social media pages are like your brick and mortar stores. So when people visit your social media pages and give an opinion based on what they see when they're in your store, you don't need to snap off on them. What it does is it tells people that you are unable to deal with any form of criticism. You are unable to just allow opinions to be. Could you imagine if I owned a restaurant and someone came to my restaurant and said, I didn't like the restaurant, the decor was ugly, and my cheesecake was disgusting? If I saw that review on my Yelp page, and instead of just allowing that person to have their experience and share it online, if I went onto my business's website and went off on the customer, that's exactly what influencers do when they snap back at people like this. As an influencer, you live your life on a public platform, and I'm not saying that there shouldn't be boundaries, but people are going to have an opinion about what they see. They're going to voice that opinion, and if it's going to send you into an absolute tailspin, maybe social media is not for you. I'll throw it up right here. This girl left a comment and said, women who don't care what others think don't keep telling us that. Such a valid point. I say the most bothered people online are influencers. It's hilarious to me how they're unable to just ignore people, and they will stand on one side and say, I don't care, I don't care, but then literally go on, look at Anna Saccone. She did a 20-minute Instagram rant that I reacted to just a few days ago. So you do care and you are bothered. So if you are, just own it. Say, I am bothered and I don't like other people's criticisms about me and my public persona. Meg, of course, had to comment, reply, and she said, that must have made you feel so superior, huh? I'll never understand why people can't just unfollow if you're happy here. These are people who made Meg who she is, and this is how she's speaking to them. She went on to say, other than to comment things like this because you're convinced you're better than me and you want to show it. Then she doubled down and she put it on her Instagram story, and she said, all I can think when people comment stuff like this is there's something going on in their lives that makes them need to feel superior for some reason. I'm sorry your life is so awful that you need to make it clear that you're better than me. She's projecting to the 100th degree here. It's obviously what you think, or you wouldn't feel the need to try to correct me and the way I live my life. She continued, there's truly no other explanation. I would never go to someone else's page and tell them how to live. Why? Because I don't think I'm better than anyone. I'm allowed to defend myself on my own platform and will continue to do that. Hashtag boundaries. And I'm here for boundaries. Maybe not in the context that she's using it here. I find it quite obnoxious. You should have boundaries. As someone who's putting their life out onto social media, you absolutely have to have boundaries, or people will try to take advantage of you. They'll build parasocial relationships with you. They will do all kinds of inappropriate stuff if you don't have any boundaries. So boundaries are very important. But on the opposite side of that, these are also the people that took Meg from living in her trailer to living in a very, very nice home and able to furnish her home with all the tacky decor that she could, want in life. These are the people who made her. If I had to guess, this person, this commenter, was probably upset that Meg is, showing her greed and putting all this stuff behind a paywall. Of course, that's just speculation, but Meg has received a lot of criticism as of lately because of what she's done with this paid video hosting website, taking most of her content off of YouTube, putting the same boring, mundane bullshit behind a paywall, and expecting people to pay for that and shaming them for buying Starbucks. That is what she's done. People are not happy because they have supported her along this journey, and they have every right to leave a comment. And it's so funny because this comment wasn't even mean. It wasn't name calling. It wasn't cursing her out. And she got that upset over it. Meg is one of those influencers in my mind where she'll say, I would never go to someone else's page and tell them how to live. But based on my speculations, I could see her being one of those influencers who talks about other influencers behind the scenes to other influencers. She just keeps it offline. She keeps it off her channel. But when you're a social media influencer or YouTuber, your life is out there for people to have opinions about. And I don't even think that this person was giving some sort of criticism about her life. I think that it was about her decision as a YouTuber to put shitty content behind a paywall, if I had to guess. Her YouTube channel is definitely not performing the way that she would want it to. She is estimated to make in between $1,000 and $18,000 a year from YouTube. And of course, that's not including brand deals, sponsorships, Instagram, shit that she advertises. Social Blade is usually on the lower end of income estimation. So let's just even say that she's making double that annually from YouTube. That's still not an income that's, a family of 4 can live off of. And I know that her husband works and all of that kind of stuff, but this over-the-top extravagant lifestyle that she has put out to her subscribers is not going to be very well maintained off of $38,000 a year, and that's doubling it. That's probably not even what she makes. She has lost 2,000 subscribers in the last 30 days. Again, that's most likely because of this paid platform that she announced. People are checking out. The one thing that I've noticed that I find very interesting is, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I find that subscribers and people online are being much quicker to unsubscribe and unfollow an influencer. I think that the tolerance has just been whittled away. I think that what people are willing to waste their time and energy on has depleted. And I'm not sure if it has to do with coming out of this, panini that we've all been on, or, been kind of fighting our way through. I'm not sure if it's just a convenient timing thing. I'm not sure. But I think that the fuse is a lot shorter because so many of these influencers show that they are cookie cutter replicas of the person that came before them. They get to a certain point, then they become unrelatable, then they get even greedier and more entitled than they were before. So it's a pattern. You know what I say about patterns? If it's a pattern, it's something that should be looked at. And I think that people are applying that ideology to influencers and seeing who they really are. So I did want to share this with you guys, even though Love Meg is just the unbothered, queen of vacuuming the side of her bed. She is obviously very triggered by anyone who comes into her comments enough to not only respond to this follower, but also put the follower on blast on her Instagram, stories. And I would understand this reaction if the follower was berating her or name calling or just being really bitchy. Like, that would be something different. But literally, she leaves one sentence and gets 2 responses from Meg. So I would say that the unbothered queen is actually very bothered by people having a negative opinion of her being money hungry. Shocking. So before I close this video out, I wanted to check her Instagram again. And she posted, and also, yes, if you want to inspire people, you do have to talk about the inspiring things over and over, like not caring what people think. But I thought you didn't care. If I cared, I wouldn't be saying all of this. I know I'll get backlash. I do anytime I stand up for myself. People don't get mad at someone for having boundaries and standing up for themselves. They get mad at the entitled, bitchy attitude that influencers put out all the time to their own subscribers, their own followers, the people that put them in their position that they're in now. Side note, a woman standing up for herself isn't a tantrum, it's a boundary, it's having self-respect. But she hasn't had that same respect for her own followers. She will be quick to snap off on them, and if they leave even something that is remotely critical in her comments, they will get the wrath of Meg. She goes on to say, "It needs to be said, so I say it because I just don't care. Ladies, set your boundaries. Don't let someone come into your space and disrespect you, and don't give a damn what people think." Well, that wasn't disrespectful. Let's run it back to that comment. She said, "Women who don't care what others think, don't keep telling us that." That is being called disrespect by Meg, because you're not kissing her ass, so you're disrespecting her.
Just put this together. I think it's so funny that the reel that woman commented on, in that reel, it's Cher saying, "I'm very gentle, I'm very sweet, but if you with me, I'll mop the floor with you." And I feel like that describes me so well.
So anyone leaving even the slightest amount of criticism is, you're fucking with Meg and she will mop the floor with you. I do not understand why people allow even remotely neutral or negative neutral comments affect them in this way. Why don't you, instead of ranting on your living room floor, why don't you use this time to make content for the people that are paying you every single month for your stupid Love Meg site?
That here, I feel like Cher's quotes are literally the best. They explain me the best.
So now she's just going on and on and on with quote battles and clips on her Instagram stories. So we'll let her have her tantrum over there, because in my opinion, this is a tantrum. This is not her standing up for herself because someone came at her sideways or cussed her out or acted like a bitch in the comments. If it was that, then okay. Like, if you're going to come into someone's comments and name call and all that, then you can't be surprised when they actually respond to it. But that's just not what happened. That is just not what happened. Unfortunately, what happens most of the time is the ego gets so inflated because for the longest time, they're receiving so much praise and new subscribers and compliments and all the positive things. Then, like Meg did, she decided to announce that stupid LoveMeg.video. People were unhappy. They found that it was very entitled. It was very greedy, very MLM boss babe vibes. They had opinions about it, and a lot of her longtime subscribers turned on her. And her ego is disintegrating like sugar in the rain. So now that's going to be it. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.